How's life, people? You don't say. Well, anyways, as you can see from the text box that just disappeared, the person that just floated back down, and everything else, I have a match here against Sebby, also known as Sebbiesawr on the YouTube's oars and stuff, because oars are really nice when you have a boat that doesn't have a motor. So, here is the team that she is going to be using against me, and I have a team that I'm going to be using against her. That's generally how these Pokemon things work, right? So, anyways, I want to say that a few more times. Anyways. The white screen has gone away, and now it's time for Punch Q, and Skarmory, and Intimidate. All my favorite things in one sentence. Well, probably not everything. There's quite a lot of things that I like that are not in that sentence. So, here we go. Going to start off by going for that Fire Blast miss, because that's always how these games should start. If you don't miss Fire Blast first turn, then something is wrong with you. Going to be forced out to my Virizion, and I believe I switch to Jirachi because I don't want to be destroyed by this thing, especially when I can do various actions such as foolishly tricking a Choice Scarf onto a Heatran. So, already off to a good start. Everything is just looking up. I trick way too early in games. And now I'm going to go to my all-terrain vehicle. She sets up Stealth Rocks. And now we have a problem. Because I have no entry hazards up, and I don't think I brought anything with entry hazards. So we will see. Going to Dragon Pulse just to hit something neutrally because I kind of forgot what she had on her team, but whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Why do I keep messing with my hair? I don't have enough hair to mess with. So, all-terrain vehicle is going to have to be switched out, and Jirachi is going to come back in, and hopefully not have too many bad things happen to it. So, now we're going to have a random moment of Jirachi getting haxed like crazy by a Togekiss, because that is the way that this is going to end up. Get flinched, get hit, get leftovers, repeat, and rinse, and lather, and make sure your hands are freaking clean. If you're going back to work, that's just terrible, if you have dirty hands anyways. So, got some problems going on here with the whole being haxed to like crazy. Going to get that body slam off on the Togekiss, and it turns out that this Togekiss packs that move called Heal Bell, which will cure it and its allies that have been statused, as you all know, or hopefully should know. I mean, I'm just assuming here. So, no more paralysis on this Togekiss, and now I'm going to Fire Blast and miss again, as she roosts, because that's just what she had the opportunity to do, and now I am at a loss, because Heatran cannot hit anything this game, it seems. Togekiss is going to be switched out, and a switch to Gastrodon is made, and since I don't have any form of Heal Bell or Aromatherapy, I'm just going to have to deal with having a paralyzed Jirachi that is not ideal at all. It is much less than ideal. So, Scald happens, I Body Slam, don't get the Paralyze, doesn't really affect anything that much. Scald isn't doing that much because Jirachi has Natural Bulk. I don't believe this set is actually especially defensive by any means, because it's not really meant to be. I can't remember actually. So I want to get a crit para on this Gastrodon now, which, I don't know, it could be a cool thing, could be a bad thing. Let's see if it comes back to bite me later. Going to Ironhead and get the flinch. Not really unexpected from Jirachi. Jirachi just goes and throws itself at people and makes them flinch. Can't really say it's a nuisance. Hey, that was a Steam message thing that came up. Hooray. So Jirachi is going to come back to me, or Jirachi come back. An email is going to be sent out. So I'm going to send an email to Sebby, even though I don't have her email address, but, you know, whatever. It's just a joke. Don't take it too seriously. Out comes the Skarmory from ye old days of the past. And I'm going to go out to Heatran now, figuring that another layer of spikes is going to be set up, and that I need to get something out here that can actually do something. So now I have to decide whether or not I'm going to Fire Blast or Earth Power. I believe I go for the Fire Blast, and of course get the Flash Fire boost for the opposing Heatran that has just come in. So I am in a major set of spots where I am not in a good position. Going to go out to Jirachi as fodder, for various reasons. I couldn't stay in. Would have just been suicide on my end. Going to go back out to Verzion, and Verzion is going to fail me yet again because it is just stomping its hooves in front of it and counting away its time until it dies. So I finally hit a focus blast. I mean, it's about freaking time. So now I'm going to go for the hidden power and finish off this Skarmory. So at least Verzion got something done this match. I think I prefer my other EV spread for this thing, but we're going to be in here and be protested against by this Heatran who wants to go for Flamethrower as I go up to my Heatran, and now I'm just going to try and fire off a Fire Blast and hope it hits. But no, I go for an Earth Power because I'm stupid. So I leave Heatran in because there's no sense in switching it. Unless I wanted to have death fodder for later. Earlier, yes. I'm going to go back in time and bring it back to life and bring it back in at a point where I could use it to kill itself. But I didn't want anything to get paralyzed in the off chance that she went for a Thunder Wave on the switch. I'm going to get paralyzed by her this turn with the Thunder Wave as Third Armory is going to be in here and getting hacked to death, despite the fact that I am specially defensive and the moves do not really affect me that well. Or at least they shouldn't. And actually, I don't know if this is physically or specially defensive. As I have hiccups now, suddenly, or at least a form of hiccups, they'll probably go away soon enough. So, Third Armory is going to be in here, doing its wing dance and flapping around its little blades, trying to get some moves in and some roosts in and some other stuff, as I kept getting hacked like crazy, and noticing that this game just has everything against me. Especially when it's trying to be... I don't even know. Lost my entire train of thought. I'm like dead inside now. So I'm going to go out to Big Meaty Claws and hopefully get something accomplished. I do believe I go for the Bullet Punch just because Paralyze wouldn't really affect me in that case. So going to Bullet Punch does like less than half. Because, for some reason, my Scizor does not like to do damage to opposing Pokemon. At least, not as much damage as everybody else's Scizor seems to do to everything. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not a good Scizor person. Scizor is a Pokemon that should be used with care, and I apparently don't have enough. So, I get paralyzed on this Roost, and now she's back at full, so we're back to exactly where we started when my Scizor came in the first time. Going to get the crit with the Bullet Punch now? Really, I don't know. It doesn't really affect much. Spoilers. But now out comes the Heatran. I can't stay in. I don't have my Heatran anymore, so I can't go to it to take the Fire Blast. So now I have to go out to Podchq and hope that after the hazards and Flamethrower that I can take the hit and kill it, or retaliate, or go for a Dragon Dance. I don't remember what I do. I retaliate, and she is somehow slower than me despite having a Scarf. So I don't know what kind of Heatran she's running, but now out comes a Shaman, and we have some speed ties here. So, well, at least I think we would have a speed tie anyway, but apparently we don't because she didn't EV her Shaman or something. I forget what she said. However, Fire Blast. Shaman's going to take it because Shaman is a ball of grass, and we all know that grass loves being burned and can survive it and take it and do everything else. Now going to go up to Big Meaty Claws, and I don't really have a choice but to go for Bullet Punch. Get paralyzed like a professional, and now I'm going to die to a crit Earth Power, which just sped things along really, I suppose. I could have gotten the kill with Scizor and then gotten a kill with Verzion afterwards on the Heatran, but we will see what happens, because I honestly don't remember. Go for the Giga Drain. Don't know why. I guess I just didn't want to go ahead and Power Ice. I honestly don't know why. Out comes the Dragonite, and because it has extreme speed, I'm not going to be able to do much to it because Hidden Power is what I have. But that's it for this match. Hope you guys enjoyed. I feel really out of it and tired and everything else, despite the fact that I got plenty of sleep. That was a good game. But I don't know exactly what I'm going to be saying after this. School starts up on Monday for me, the 9th. So, looking forward to that.